You'll be perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, we're gonna get started. Is anybody else coming or? Okay. She's just putting the filming sound. Okay. You guys ready? Good to go? Good to go? Are you a driver?
Yes.
Okay. Are you both a driver?
We're all drivers.
Okay. Where did you? Hi everyone, welcome. We are here today because this is the last week for the legislature to take action. Without a fix, there is a possibility that 300,000 Lyft rideshare drivers alone would be out of work, according to a new Beacon Economics report. The alternative solution proposed by on-demand companies would give drivers better pay with an earnings floor 32% above minimum wage while driving, and offer better benefits like paid sick leave and paid family leave. Drivers are holding similar press conference events across the state today, asking legislators to take action. After the remarks today, they are going to go to each of their state legislators' offices in San Diego. They will share how many drivers will be out of work in each of their districts without a fix, and why they personally do not want to be employees. The first driver here today with us is Gary Smith.
Good morning. My name is Gary Smith. I live in Lakeside. That's in the El Cajon Valley between El Cajon and Santee. I drive for Lyft and I love it because I have the ability to work whenever I want to, for however long I want to. I don't have a set schedule. I don't have to clear time off by anybody else. I'm independent. I have a bachelor's in computer science and I understand the rigors of the 9-to-5 jobs. It's not for me. I choose to drive for Lyft so I can maintain balance in my life and be in control of my schedule. You can't find that kind of flexibility and control in any other work. Believe me, I've tried. I think our lawmakers think that what they're doing with AB 5 is actually to protect us. But the truth is, it isn't what we want. This bill threatens to take away our ability to control our schedules. In addition, AB 5 will take up to 300,000 drivers off the road in California. For passengers, cost and wait times will increase significantly. What's worse is that these lawmakers have a better deal in front of them, and they should stop grandstanding and take it seriously. Rideshare companies have offered an alternate solution that would not only give us better pay and better benefits, like paid family leave and sick leave, but it would allow us to elect a union. This solution is actually much better than AB 5 for the drivers. And I hope our lawmakers takes this deal seriously. It's the best option on the table for us. Thank you.
Next, we have Anna Bradford, another Lyft driver.
Hello, my name is Anna Bradford and I live in Serra Mesa. I have been driving with Lyft for over 2.5 years. For decades, I worked in the defense industry here in San Diego. I began working as an electronics assembler and moved up to quality control inspection. Eventually, I worked for one of the largest defense contractors in the country. Now, however, I am a 64-year-old woman, and I've been effectively shut out of employment in the electronics industry. Employees never wanted to hire me when they could hire someone earlier in their career instead. I worked for a retail superstore, but the hours were rigid and just not right for me at this point in my life. Thankfully, I found a job working as a Lyft driver. The ability to be my own boss is critical for me. I choose when I work, where I work, and when I can stop working. I am able to supplement my Social Security income with the income I receive as a Lyft driver. It has been a huge relief for me. I also need the flexibility that I get driving for Lyft because I also care for my grandson on the side. If our lawmakers in Sacramento take away our ability to be independent contractors, I will lose the flexibility and freedom I love most about driving for Lyft. I urge them to please listen to real drivers, and when we say that we want to remain independent contractors, AB 5 will have unintended consequences, and it will result in hundreds of thousands of drivers out of work. In my Senate district alone, right here in San Diego, there will be more than 9,000 drivers out of work. Rideshare companies have put forth a solution that will move us forward with better benefits for us drivers, better pay, and the ability to elect union represent us. I urge our lawmakers to choose the alternative solution put forth by Lyft and Uber. Thank you.
Next, we have San Diego Lyft driver, Kevin Cotton.
Good morning. My name is Kevin Cotton. I'm from East St. Louis, Illinois, but I live in Spring Valley, California. And I'm a retired Navy after 22 years. And I've been a Lyft driver. It'll be 2 years in October 31st. And it's been good for me doing my job. And almost a rigid schedule, but I have my health issues with the VA, but it doesn't stop me from making my money that I need for my family. And the District 38 is Brian Jones' district, and we complained to him already about our situation with being a Lyft driver and a employee, because the 38,000 people in that District 38 will lose their job, and I don't think that's fair for us to anybody else to lose their job over something that's our people talk about. And I strongly urge all the lawmakers to approve our solution to this problem, so we can have a better community of Lyft drivers to better serve our communities with these Lyft drivers, Uber drivers, and everything else. And I pray that they don't pass this bill for all of us, because we're fighting for our jobs right now, and we need this in San Diego and California. Please help us out with this situation. Thank you.
Next, we have another Lyft driver, Gene Peterson.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gene Peterson. I live in Mira Mesa. I retired about a year ago from the federal government, and I've been driving full-time for Lyft for about 9 months now. If I wanted to be an employee, I probably would have stayed where I was at. And as you can see, a lot of these people here that I've already talked are retired. We're not looking to be an employer for anybody. This job offers flexibility. I have other interests, other things I'm trying to do, and this is the perfect job for me the way it is right now. Everything that this bill is trying to do is nothing we really need. I understand some drivers that are doing this, maybe this is their only occupation. Maybe they don't have a retirement. Maybe they don't have the benefits. But this job was never intended to be a career for people. It's to help supplement their income and allow them the flexibility to do other things that they need to do. A lot of these people here are either part-time or retired. And hopefully the Senate will listen to our voices and shoot down the bill. It doesn't help us. It doesn't help Lyft. If it does pass, Lyft is going to pass this on to us, the drivers, and to the consumers. Rightfully so. Lyft is in this business to make money. And if this bill passes, it's going to cost them a lot. And they got to spread the cost out with the drivers, the consumers, and us. So hopefully you can listen to our pleas to not pass this bill. And thank you. Thank you very much.
Next, we have Lyft driver Llewellyn Holloway.
Hello, my name is Llewellyn Holloway. I'm retired Navy, 20 years. I retired back in 2009. After I retired, I went to school, got my degrees, and then I had to take a job, and I ended up taking a job down in Lake Charles, Louisiana, working with Northrop Grumman. But the company had a big layoff a year ago. I had to leave home to take that job. I left my family. And so it took me away from my daughter for 3 years. And when I came back, Lyft offered me an opportunity after being laid off to go to work pretty much immediately. And I've been here for my daughter through her high school. Her last year of high school, I was able to be there for her and support her in all of her activities. And she graduated, and now she's starting college. And all through the summer, I've been able to help her with all her financial paperwork and transitioning from high school to college. Lyft is real important to me. It gives me the flexibility to meet all the demands of my family. I have 5 children. They all went through college, and I have 2 left in college, and I want to be there for them to help them finish up their college phase of their life. And Lyft's really helping me to do that. I'm like really glad with the way Lyft is right now for me. The flexibility is great. I drive a Lyft Express car, which is a rental car, and the way it works out, I don't pay much for the car, and it covers my maintenance, and it covers all the things I need to do to drive with Lyft. And so I like it the way it is. I don't want to change this. I don't feel like this bill should pass and force us into an employment situation. It takes away from our flexibility, our abilities to meet with our families and make our schedule around our family needs. Many of us, that's what we're driving for, just take care of our families. And so I feel like the bill should not pass, and that the Lyft drivers will be working with Lyft and everything, because there are proposals on the table from Lyft to make it better for the drivers. So there's no need to pass AB 5. That's it.
Lastly, we have Lyft driver Wayne Moss.
Good morning. My name is Wayne Moss. I live in Linda Vista, and I've been driving for Lyft 14 months now, and I've done nearly 3,000 rides. I bought my first car for this job, my first new car. I've never had a new car before, and it's an honor to be here to represent the company that I work for. And I ran a printing press for 20 years. Before that, They shut down our plant about 5 or 6 years ago, and I've been driving for Lyft a little over a year, and it's the best thing I've found ever since. And I trust Lyft to take care of us, because ultimately what is good for us is good for them. What's bad for us is bad for them. And they're making improvements all the time on the app, with the platform. I meet happy riders. A lot of Lyft riders prefer Lyft over other companies, and I like that, and I feel the same way. And I'm here now. Like I said, it's an honor to be here to represent Lyft, and AB5, while it's complex and complicated, and I don't think we need that. I think Lyft has a better option, and I look forward to seeing it implemented. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Right now, if you would like to interview one of the drivers, please let us know, and we can get started on that.